Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Edna's Munch. So today we're going to do one of my favorite biscuits, and it's a butter cut out biscuit. So with this biscuit you can decorate it and do all sorts with it, and we're going to have fun. So let's start. So we have all the ingredients. We have 400 grams of plain flour. So this is a good opportunity of using your plain flour because we still have shortage in the shops of the self-raising. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 200 grams of caster sugar. I have sieved there because I don't use it all the time. Butter, 175 grams of soft butter. Please use butter. It will make such a huge difference in this recipe if you use the proper butter. I'm using salted butter, so remember, if you're using salted butter, no salt. 2 eggs. I'm using lemon extract. You can use vanilla. You know I like my lemon and orange extract. So, and this is the cuts, so I'll speak to you about those later. We're gonna need a spatula, spoon, bowl, tray. Remember that non-stick baking sheet. That's a good one. Remember, we keep using, and we're going to start the first phase of the biscuits. So we start by creaming the butter and the sugar. Add the 2 eggs. I always add both eggs at the same time. And I'll add the orange extract. Oh, I thought that was a double yolk. No chance. So orange or lemon, I boil it, but if you want, is 1 teaspoon. We're gonna use the spatula to get everything in before we mix the flour again. So just a quick mix again. If you don't have electric mix, you can actually do this with a wooden spoon. Or if you have an electrical mix, the big ones, you just chuck everything in the electric mix. But I like doing this by hand. So the flour, this is where we ditch the electrical mixer and we use a tablespoon because we want a dough. So that's why we ditch that. So as you can see, it's coming together nicely. So we're gonna turn it in the... My bench is already clean, so make sure you clean it and it's fully dry. We don't want any water. The spatula. And so we need to make it into a nice dough, and then we need to freeze it now, put it in the fridge. So the idea is to bring it all nice together. And you may need the extra flour. Yeah, I think it's too soft. Just need a bit more flour for me. So just a bit more flour because it's a bit too wet. So the idea with this, you don't want it too wet, and even though the recipe says 400 grams, sometimes you need to add a bit more, because what you want is a nice dough that doesn't stick. And this recipe is very versatile. I use it every time I have to do biscuits that I have to decorate, and because of the batter, it makes it a very nice and melting, crunchy in the mouth. Is really nice. So this is what we want. It's non-sticking anymore and still nice and soft. So see, no sticking the hand. That's what we're looking for. We don't want to go too much flour because it will become too dry. So this is what we're looking for. So we're going to wrap it on cling film and then put it in the fridge for about 20 minutes so the batter can cool down, so it's easier to roll, because if you roll it right now, it'll be too soft. So even if you leave it half an hour, 1 hour, there. Now we're ready for the next step. It's cooled, is a bit firmer now. I'm gonna cut mine. I usually don't like doing all at one go. So here's your flour, because we don't want it to stick. I think it's a bit too soft. Don't be stingy with the flour, because the last thing you want it is to stick. Got to tell you, you need a rolling pin. Whatever rolling pin you have. I have this one because I use it for my cake decorating as well, because it's really good. There's no edges, so it doesn't leave any marks. So this is it. So I'm gonna use different cutters, so just to give you a show, to show you how to. I'll do a couple each, because what we're gonna do after this, for next week, I'll do a tutorial on how to cover these ones. Yeah, well, it's summertime, so I'll do this flower as well. Try to use as much as you can, because we don't want to waste, but we can't be mixing the flour too much. Bit of a hat. I'll show you some of my cutters in a minute, but I'll just put this in the oven first. So I'm just giving you a flour, another flour, so just a few, so you have an idea of what you can do. You can do numbers, letters, really you can do anything. And that looks good actually. It's my first time using this one, so I'm gonna put it in the oven. Please don't waste that, I'm gonna use that. I just want to show you this. So give it some space, because there is a bit of baking powder, so it will expand. So that's what we have. It goes in oven for about 15-20 minutes, sometimes 25, again depend on the oven. Mine is 150, so around 175, because we don't want it to burn. Here we are, 15 minutes later. They look good. Oh, look at that, look at that. I'm just using a palette knife to help me. You don't want to burn your fingers. Oh, they look so nice actually. I'm well impressed with myself. So while these ones were cooking, I have to cut the other ones ready to go in the oven. It's burning my hands. So well, if you cut them and you leave them like this, make sure the surface is well floured, because you don't want them to stick. Because don't forget this, the butter. Be careful because it's quite soft. And here we go again. While we are waiting, this is my cutters. And this is not the only one. The reason I bought this, because there's so many there that I can use actually. I found this by accident on Amazon, but this is in one of the many ones I've bought over the years. But if you don't have those cutters, please do not panic. I have a collection of them, too many actually, because that's my thing. Instead of buying clothes, I buy baking stuff. But if your kids have Play-Doh and they have the Play-Doh kit, you can use that as well. So don't, or use extensils as well. So usually everybody has a teddy bear for the gingerbread man, or actually a gingerbread man. So you can use that. So whatever you have at home, do. Please, I have the fancy ones because I've been baking for quite some time and I do collect them. Here we go, here we go. Ta-da! So this is the end result of the biscuits, and I have about 20 something here. So the recipe depends on the design and the size of the cutter. 19, 20, but this is just a tiny batch. I usually make like about 3 or 4 of those, and I've done 100 of this. So I hope you enjoy it. Oh, before we go, let's see. We come and open. See, nice and crunchy. Look at that. The butter makes all the difference. So this will melt in your mouth literally. So I hope you enjoy it. Come and join me next week. Next week I'm gonna cover this biscuits and the cake. So I'm gonna show you a few tricks on how to decorate the biscuits and the cake, and a few easy decorations as well. So I hope you enjoy it, have fun, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.